Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see right here, this huge box right here, we got Rengoku in here. The box does say, please take a video when you open and check product. So we're gonna do that here in the beginning. And I did bring in Akaza's box just so you guys can get a size comparison. But we are also gonna be doing a giveaway, my first statue giveaway. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video for details on that. So with that, let's go ahead and get into this huge box right here.
Alright guys, so per the instructions, I'm going to record this whole process. This is a huge box, so you guys are gonna get to see firsthand how I basically take these huge boxes out of their shipper box by myself, because I do all of these videos on my own. I have no help, so it does require a little bit of maneuvering these huge boxes to get them out of the box. And yeah, this is basically what I do. I just keep flipping them over one at a time until I get to the styrofoam box, and from here I just remove the straps and we're gonna check for any breaks. Thankfully, again, everything looked good here, just like with Akaza, so no issues. It seems like the only one that had breaks for me from Fantasy Studios is gonna be that Tanjiro, which, by the way, update, I did get a message back from Favor GK and they did respond saying that they will be resending me a replacement base, so that's good news from Fantasy Studios. So you guys have that to look forward to. I will be unboxing him once I receive the replacement base. But oh my god, guys, coming back to Rengoku, that lion right there, oh my god, I was so impressed with the quality of that clear resin. It looks so majestic. So we're gonna get into the assembly now. So here's the base, which did have a good little bit of weight to it. I again forgot to show you guys the bottom, but there was nothing too much to see. There was just a picture of the statue. But this little felt pad was pretty nice. That is for Rengoku's knee to rest on so he doesn't get scratched. There's also, these are where all the connections go for all of the LED flame effects that do have LEDs attached to them. So that looks amazing. Can't wait to show you guys. And then finally on the base here, we do get a little glimpse of that Mugen train. And there's a little bit of some Enmu representation with bits of him fusing with the train there on the base. But here is the main event of the statue. This lion right here, as I mentioned earlier, it's very impressive, and I had to pet this lion. I had to. Another thing that I noticed is that it smelled very nice, and this is the first time I see this sort of packets of like air fresheners inside statue packaging, so that was a very nice touch. It did make the unboxing experience a little bit nicer, just with a bit of a nicer smell when unboxing this guy. But these are the LED effects that I mentioned earlier. These go attached to the base. There are 3 of them in total, and these do create sort of like a vortex of sorts that Rengoku is creating as he's flashing forwards towards Akaza. So I think it looks very cool once it's fully assembled. You guys will see here in a bit. But unfortunately though, this last piece, the LED wasn't working. But thankfully it's towards the back, so you don't notice it too much when it's on display. And the other 2 are much larger, so the LED effects on those do kind of hide the fact that this back piece doesn't light up. But yeah, here's how that vortex looks. Very cool. Like I said, the clear resin here is just perfect. And honestly, because of it, I'd probably put it up there as one of like my top 5 statues. I really did enjoy this statue. So continuing with the assembly, we just have some other resin effects here. We believe those are smoke effects. We have a little flame effect that goes here on the front. Honestly, that one's pretty random. I don't think it was necessary. It's like a little random piece of flame, but it's there. And I believe this is the last piece that goes attached to the base. All right, guys, so that's it for the base, and oh my god, this is definitely an easy improvement over Akaza, and I'm gonna be giving this base a 10 out of 10. We will be turning on the LED during the statue showcase, so make sure to stick around for that. But damn, I love this base. This might be one of my favorite bases in my collection. Love this lion. But all right, I'm getting too excited here. Let's go ahead and continue with the assembly. All right, moving on to Rengoku's body. The paint job on him was a lot better than Akaza. As I mentioned before, a lot of the paint job on Akaza, they seem to go out of the lines, but on here, overall it was pretty good, especially in those socks, I guess is what I would call them. There's also a steel rod, a pretty big, thick one.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
And I actually had some trouble, so I had to use a drill bit here to sort of open up that hole a little bit more so that that steel peg could go in there a little bit easier. But even then, I did still have some issues, and there's a little bit of a gap right here. But overall, Rengoku still stays in place. That was pretty much my only gripe as far as like assembling this statue goes. But look at this cape. Isn't it beautiful? There's also a little steel rod there that goes attached to Rengoku's back, but I love this cape. I love the little charred effects towards the bottom and the fact that they actually include some clear resin on the cape. That's new, and I welcome it. It looks pretty cool. Here's the details on Rengoku's hands. I was actually surprised with the details that they put on the actual palms of his hands and stuff like that. There was a lot of scuff marks, and it looked really good. It actually, I would say this is one of the best hand sculpts that I've seen in my collection. So yeah, props to Fantasy Studio for that. Like I've said, overall, just big improvement over Akaza all the way around. Here's the other side of his hands. There are two sets of hands for Rengoku, so you can display him two different ways. I'm honestly not even sure if the way that I put these hands was the correct way, but I liked it. I kind of just matched it with the picture that was on the box, and I think it looks good. But I've seen another person unbox these, and he used two, like one of the hands that I used and then a separate hand that was from the other set. So I don't know, you can mix and match however you want, I think. But here is the Nichirin blade. This is the one with the flame effect. Again, you have two options here, one with the flame effect and one without, but come on, is it even a choice? Who would choose to display this one without this awesome flame effect? So obviously I put that one on his hand. You can still display the other one, which I'll show you guys what that looks like right here. Honestly, also very impressive. They did use real metal. It had a good weight to it, and I love all of the details that they put all around the blade. Like, this is one of the better blades that I've seen, way better than the one that I have from Blackwing Studio for KiJugo. But yeah, I'll show you guys how that looks on the sub base. And here is his sheath. Honestly, I couldn't figure out where this goes. There is a smaller one that does go on Rengoku's body, but that bigger one, I don't know where that goes, to be honest. I couldn't figure it out. But this guy, this little one, just goes attached here to Rengoku's belt. All right, guys, so that's it for the body sculpt, and the only issue really is just with the foot not fitting into the peg all the way in. That's more of a design issue that kind of plays more into my overall enjoyment score. So for the body sculpt, honestly, I love the cape. I love the body sculpt. I think they did an amazing paint job as well compared to Akaza. On my Discord, they did point out that the paint job on Akaza was actually really bad. I'll put some screenshots here so you guys can see, but some of the paint on the lines for Akaza, some of the blue paint went outside of the lines, and they did a really poor job, especially compared to this one here. And then again, the sword, I consider that as part of the body sculpt as well. To give it a 5 out of 5. Perfect score for the body sculpt. It's awesome. I love it. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the face sculpts now. All right, so just like with the hands, they did give us two face sculpts, and again, no contest here. Here's the one without the blood. Looks good. It does look great. The hair, the paint job on the hair looks good as well. I'm sure some people might pick on how the paint job was applied for the red tips, but overall it looks good. But here's the one with the blood, and it looks awesome. I love my bloody faces. Anytime I have statues with blood splatter anywhere on the face or whatever, I always go with that face sculpt. So definitely going to be putting this one on Rengoku, and it looks amazing. I freaking love it. This head sculpt is perfect. And that's it for Rengoku. He's fully assembled here on the base, but that's not all, guys. We do also have a little bust for the second head sculpt, and as I mentioned, here you can also attach his second set of hands and display the second sword if you wanted here next to Rengoku. And I actually really like the way that this looks. That sword is a little bit too long. It looks a little bit strange on this bust, but I still think it looks cool. And I will definitely be displaying this alongside the main statue. I think they look great together. And as far as my rating for those faces, awesome. Another 5 out of 5. And again, guys, this statue just keeps on delivering. You get another extra. This is gonna be depicting the final moments with Rengoku. Spoiler alert, by the way, because we do have Akaza's hand punching through Rengoku's body. Very sad moment. It honestly, I would lie if I say I didn't shed a tear during this moment. It was pretty sad. I love Rengoku. I think the movie did a great job of introducing this character, and then also his inevitable end here with his fight with Akaza. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention, I loved how that piece, that front piece of Akaza's hand attaches to the body. It's just a magnetic piece that just fits in front of one of his buttons, and I thought that was very cool. Here's his broken blade, very nice as well. So you get a total of 3 blades with this statue. Here's his cape, not as impressive as the one on the main statue, but still very cool, again, considering this is just kind of like a freebie. If they didn't include this with the statue, I would still be very happy with my purchase. But the fact that they included this, honestly, just makes this, I don't know, just, oh my god, like, even look at this face, smiling all the way to the end. This statue alone just makes me feel so many emotions. It makes me feel excited for the statue because it's awesome. It also makes me feel sad because of this moment here, the final moments with Rengoku. So yeah, overall, it's just a perfect statue. And honestly, if you guys can find this one, I would definitely recommend you guys purchase it right away as soon as you guys see it. But that's it for the assembly. Let's go into a statue showcase.
Musicality.
Guys, so here they are together, and man, it was definitely night and day between Rengoku and Akaza. Rengoku was just 100 times better in every single regard. So as far as for my personal enjoyment, I'm gonna have to give it like 4.75 out of 5. The only thing I'm taking So a couple of points off on is just the fact that Rengoku didn't key in properly, and the fact that this piece here in the back is pretty loose and it actually doesn't work like the LED. There's supposed to be an LED in here and it doesn't turn on. So they're kind of two big issues, but I still just love this statue so much that I still wanted to give it those high points there. So yep, that's gonna be my final score. I'll put the average here for Rengoku. I already reviewed Akaza. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I'll put a link somewhere here in the video so you guys can check that one out. And I did connect the LEDs here. You guys didn't see that in the last video. The reason being was I wanted to make sure it would work because there was some collectors saying that there was smoke coming out of this as soon as they turned on the LEDs. So I wanted to make sure I had the correct plug and everything before I did it. And I connected it and it seems to work, but unfortunately there's no remote for this one. For doing some more research, I actually found out that there was a lot of issues surrounding Akaza. When he was in production, I believe the manager that was in charge of the warehouse that they were making Akaza in, he ended up leaving with the money that they had given him to produce Akaza. And in the end, the workers ended up rushing this one out of the factory because they basically were not getting paid for it. That's why there were so many issues with this one, including everything that I mentioned in that video and the fact that there was no remote. There was supposed to be a remote for Akaza, but they decided to get rid of this one. And you just, as soon as you plug it in, it turns on. Rengoku, on the other hand, is pretty cool because you have different modes. You can do sort of this sort of pulsating mode. I like this one here where it kind of transitions slowly between on and off. This is kind of like the type of mode that I do for most of my LEDs, so I'm most likely going to keep this one on. So yeah, it's really cool. I love the fact that they did include a remote here, and then you can just easily just turn it off and on when it's on display. So yeah, it is a shame that they didn't include that one for this one because it just keeps repeating the same mode. It would have been cool if you could switch between modes, just keep it blue, keep it red, or however you want it. But it's unfortunate that there were those issues with Akaza. But honestly, regardless of the issues together, I love it. I think they look great together. So I'm gonna keep Akaza, definitely gonna keep Rengoku, and I can't wait to display these in a new collection room, which I will be moving into this next week. But it will take some time to set up. So once I do set up everything in the new room, I will give you guys a tour and show you guys what the new room looks like. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Before I end the video though, let's go ahead and talk about the giveaway. So we're gonna be giving away this CP Studios Rengoku. Was originally gonna collect the whole CP Studios Hashira line, mainly because I wasn't planning to pick up a statue, a big statue for every single Hashira. So I wanted them all represented in one little collection. And I like these because they were pretty cheap. They were around from $150 to $200 minus the shipping. I wouldn't have minded to collect all of them, but unfortunately CP Studios, it doesn't seem like they're gonna continue the line. This one right here actually also had some QC issues. The Mitsuri plate is actually on the front of Rengoku. So yeah, I didn't feel comfortable actually trying to sell this one because of those issues that I had. So I'm gonna give it away to one of you guys. It is still Rengoku. The only issue is that nameplate saying Mitsuri here on the bottom. So one of you lucky winners will take this one home. All you guys have to do is subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below with the hashtag Rengoku and let me know what your favorite Hashira is from Demon Slayer. For any bonus entries, if you guys want bonus entries, go to Instagram and share this video and tag me, and I will add an additional entry for you once I do decide to go ahead and give this one away. We're currently sitting at around 600 subscribers, so once we reach 700, I will be drawing the winner for this one. Again, make sure to share this video so that there's more people that subscribe to the channel and you guys can possibly win this one sooner. So yeah, that's the giveaway, guys. That is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I unfortunately have to put these back in the box and take them to the new room. So I will catch you guys in the next video.